What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to show you guys some very important data on Tesla's Chinese sales. I'm going to break down how things are looking moving forward, at least for the last couple of weeks and also for this year. What more data is telling us about their sales in China and registrations, what you should be watching for as time progresses. But before I break anything down, let me just mention a couple of things. I am firstly not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo, the link down below, and deposit $100 into the account, you are guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 free stocks, and the offer ends very soon. Anyways, when it comes to Tesla, during the previous week, Tesla had about 12,300 insurance registrations in China, and that's actually down 6.82% from the previous week. This month, so far, we had about 31,000 deliveries in China. Well, it's insurance registrations in China so far, which is not that great. They sold about 60,000 Chinese made vehicles in February. 30,000 sold in China and 30,000 exported from its Shanghai plant, according to reports so far. So, the issue for a lot of these investors is the fact that there's a lot of fear about the Chinese numbers, which are not looking that great. So this is what a chart looks like. This is a little bit tricky to read at first, but actually, if you look at the data, right here is week one of 2023, and then it goes all the way up to about 52 weeks in 2023, and then right here we're at week one of 2024, which started right here. And then this is where things are looking for 2024 so far. Okay, we're in the 11th week of 2024 for Chinese data. It just came out last week. So this is what the sales look like. But what you'll notice is that look at the beginning. Look at see how it says week 11 right here. This is the first 11 weeks right here. You guys can see right here the first 11 weeks of 2023. And then compare that to the first 11 weeks of 2024 right here, right? 2024 starts here and goes for the first 11 weeks here. And you'll notice that we got this little spike for the first few weeks, came down a little bit. And then the reason why it wasn't that strong during this period is because we had Chinese New Year, but that actually ended quite some time ago. And usually during the month of March, you want to see a big spike in deliveries. That's usually what you want to see. Notice how, as we approach the end of the quarters, we tend to see these big spikes in deliveries. Tesla was doing like, 14, 16, 18,000 deliveries per week at the end of Q1 2023. In Q2 2023, near the end, you guys can see we got this big spike as well, doing the same thing, 16 to 18,000 deliveries. We saw something similar, not as strong as in Q3. We had some like production shutdown things that happened, not the best of news. But then look at Q4. For Q4, the end of 2023, the end of last year, we were doing crazy numbers, 16, 18,000 per week. So Wall Street, they expect big growth from Tesla. They want to see sales go up. But notice that their sales are a little bit lackluster right here. This is since 2024 started, we're getting a max of just like 13,000. That's way under the max of like 18,000, 16,000 we're getting before. So sales are definitely going down compared to what we saw last year. And the reason for this is because of demand issues. You could also argue competition in China is contributing, but I think that demand issues are a big factor right now in China because of the economic situation over there. So that is part of why Tesla's been dropping off these numbers. And on top of this, with slower sales, Tesla's now cutting production in China. That's not the best of news. And then with that happening, there's a lot of fear about the future. A lot of these investors are worried that Tesla's not going to meet every single one of its goals. Tesla's going to come a little bit short. Just want to call that out. So right here, let me find it. We have an expectation of about 481,000 deliveries for Q1, according to the consensus from Wall Street. This could be different depending on the source you're looking at, but somewhere around there. There's a lot of fear that Tesla could be heading for a deliveries miss, and that could be a little bit bad. Now, this will depend on sales in the US and Europe, but because of the fact that sales are showing some signs of slowing, according to some reports, they're still cutting production from China, which is pivotal for exporting a lot of their production. So, with that happening, guys, we want to be very careful with Tesla. I actually have more charts to show you involving Tesla. This is the insurance data, and you guys can see right here our sales for Q1 of 2024 so far are a little bit under what we typically see. The only year or the only quarter that was a little bit weaker than this was Q3 of 2023. Besides that, we're still not looking as good as what we were looking like in Q1 of 2023, Q2 of 2023. right? We're looking a little bit lackluster so far. On top of this, if you look at the total insurance data so far in those 11 weeks, you will see that we're actually at the lowest we've been in the entire year. This is one of the weakest quarters Tesla has seen. The quarter is negative 25.7% quarter over quarter. Year to date, it's actually down 3.9%. So a little bit of weak numbers right here from Tesla. We're actually a little bit lower. You want to see Tesla's numbers go up, not down, because you have to consider a year ago, Tesla had similar numbers. Looking at insurance data over the year, you can see that the red lines that you see, it's a little small, but hopefully you guys can see this. That's 2024. We're a lot lower now compared to 2023, even 2022. And that's after the Lunar New Year. I'm talking like 3, 4 weeks after Lunar New Year's over. It's still looking like this. The reason why 2022 and 2023 were a lot lower is because Lunar New Year was earlier during that period. It was a little bit later this year, which is why we got the dip a little bit later here. But besides that, things should have been back to normal towards the end of the quarter. We're not there yet. So we need a very, very strong week for Tesla for this thing to rebound. And this is the total insurance data over the year. This is still on track with what we've seen compared to previous years. But the thing is, it's not like as strong as what we could have gotten. So there's a lot of fear right now involving China. So going into next week, okay, I would say like after next week ends, just a little bit after that, we have in very early April the deliveries coming out for Tesla for Q1 of 2024. Now, I'm not a pessimistic person. I'm not going to say that Tesla will miss on deliveries. Tesla's going to do bad. I don't know for sure. Okay, I don't know for sure. I always want to be open minded, but I do want to warn everyone that there is a risk that Tesla might not be doing as well as some people are hoping for. And Tesla's a company that has very high expectations. So regardless of what happens, I'm going to be fine. If Tesla misses and the share price falls more, it's just another buying opportunity that's going to be great. If Tesla surprises and does very well, it could get a big bounce. But the data I'm looking at in China does suggest that Tesla's numbers are not looking too good. So you want to be very, very careful. Let me add that no matter what happens, I'm going to be fine. Tesla's going to be okay. If it gets another dump because of their deliveries and the share price drops, we could dollar cost average lower because in the long term, when we have all these growth projections coming out, thanks to AI, the Optimus robot, not to mention the FSD development, not to mention their sales, which are going to increase as time goes on. Don't worry too much about that. I'm going to be fine. Okay. Tesla's going to be fine too. Now, there are going to be some hardships because of these interest rates, which are very impactful for Tesla. Unfortunately, the Fed may have to keep rates up for quite some time. We may not get any cuts until the end of this year. So Tesla's going to have to live like this for quite some time. However, if Tesla has other catalysts, such as new gigafactories, new products coming out, Tesla could price those in later on. And I really want to say that the next few months may not be that great for Tesla if we get bad numbers. But I see this as another loading opportunity. And it's going to be okay because remember, there were other periods where Tesla was in a worse position. Tesla went from $316 a share all the way down to 100 with Elon Musk selling. You know, it's crashed harder before, but even when that happened, it made a big recovery. Tesla could drop more. It's on a bit of a downtrend. If it drops more, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Uh, I'm just assuming, like pretend that deliveries are not the best. It's gonna be okay because it's fallen in the past. It's made a comeback. When the economy improves, when interest rates start dropping, Tesla will improve too. Their sales are going to go up. EVs are the future. They have so many bullish catalysts. Their supercharger network is a bullish catalyst. Their long-term future, it's still very bright. I am not scared. I'm not worried whatsoever. Wherever it falls to, I'll just keep buying the dips. I'm going to be very excited because it's going to be very, very delightful, very fun to run Tesla back up when the time is right. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for that. So if it does come down to low levels, if it comes down to like 150 a share, whatever, hey, it's going to be okay because it is going to be a thriller to ride this thing back up. It's going to be so much fun when the time is right. We have to be patient, guys. It's going to require some time because of the interest rates, but Tesla will come back. believe in Elon Musk, believe in the fundamentals and the future. All right, guys. So thank you for listening. Have a great day. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Thank you and peace out.